All right. Good morning, everybody. Today we have Joe Zanghi from Force Plumbing out of Hazlet, New Jersey. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. How are you today?
Good. It's good to see you. So let's start out, Joe. Just tell us a little bit about how Force Plumbing got started. What gave you the idea? How long have you been around?
So, Force Plumbing, we've been in business since 2009. It was a beginning endeavor of plumbing and heating. I've been doing it for a long time, and we just look forward to serving everybody in the community.
I love that. And when you started, was it just yourself?
Yes, it was just myself and half of a work truck, I'll say, and worked up from there.
Amazing. And how many technicians and trucks do you have today?
Today we have 4 trucks and a couple of technicians and helpers and stuff like that. So we're
Amazing.
doing pretty good.
That's great. So obviously being in business this long, you've tried a lot of different things. Tell us a little bit about what you've tried over the years and what has worked and what have you tried that really didn't work, that you gave it a shot?
What has worked? It has worked being fair with our pricing.
Okay.
We're definitely not the cheapest in town, but we're actually not the most expensive. Right now, it's Main Street versus Wall Street, meaning you have private equity, which has its place, and you have mom and pop shops like us, which we're
Yeah.
still around. And so what has worked is being fair and honest and always doing the right thing.
Mhm.
Sometimes jobs don't always go as smoothly as we would like, but we always make it right.
Yeah.
What has not worked, try to do $49 water heater flushes.
Okay.
That did not work. That did not work because we were flushing out water heaters that were 6 months old.
Okay. That's
Because,
fair.
yeah. So I was like, all right, this water heater is only 6 months old. It's you live and learn.
And I do what you said about doing the right thing. The one consistency I see with businesses that are successful is having that integrity. And it really shines through. So you've been in your community for quite a long time. I'm sure your name is well known. What other, if any, efforts do you do to stay involved in the community?
We sponsor local soccer teams. We sponsor cheerleading. We do
Love it.
fundraisers. We're all over the community. And it's really one of the benefits of being in a smaller community is we have a heart of service. We like to give and be involved.
I love that. And I know every time I talk to Ali, she's running 100 miles an hour, juggling chainsaws with the kids and everything like that. It shows a lot. And on that side of things, do you, for community outreach or community connection, do you guys do you get involved in Facebook groups? Do you join the local Facebook groups and get your name out in that way?
We do. It's kind of like the force army, right? So
Yeah.
when somebody goes on Facebook and we're looking for a local, reliable, honest plumber, we don't have to do much because the people that we've served in the past, they're the first to jump in and say, force plumbing, use force plumbing and heating.
Yeah.
That's always nice to see that you're doing the right thing, you're on
Yeah.
the right track, and it's not about money, it's about following the dream.
Absolutely. I know when I'm looking for a service, I go right to my Facebook moms group and I ask who's the best window washer or so it goes a long way.
Yeah. When you get an endorsement like that from the local community, it really goes a long way.
Yeah, absolutely. What about for recruitment? Do you have anything that you do specifically for recruitment and or how do you make sure that your technicians stay with you?
Longevity is key with us. We always we have birthdays up. We do all the benefits of a larger company. We offer here plus more. We really look out for the people that work with us and recruitment. We've done the usual. We've done different websites. Basically, word of mouth
Okay.
has been bringing somebody good, and they're like, "Hey, this is a great place to work. You should try these guys."
Yeah.
We've also done what's called recruitment cards,
Oh,
where we have cards that we give out to people at the supply house or the grocery store, whatever like that. Hey,
yeah.
give us a call. We'd like to have a conversation.
Amazing. That's the first I've heard of recruitment cards. I'm gonna put that one in my back pocket. What a great idea because it's one thing just to give your business card out, but to have it as a recruitment process,
That one right here.
that's incredible. I love
Yeah.
that idea. And so on the card, is there a QR code or how does the person take the next step?
So there is a QR code that lists all the benefits of working here.
Amazing.
And it says right on the front, live your life as a winner, right? So we want you to win. We want to elevate everybody, not just us.
Oh, that is so incredible. I think you guys, it sounds like you're on the right track.
Yes, I think
Ah,
we are too.
amazing. Obviously, I know what you're doing on the digital marketing side of things. What sort of things do you do on the more traditional marketing side?
Traditional marketing, again, a lot of Facebook.
Yeah.
Yes, we're actually starting to get more involved in making videos and posting them as YouTube shorts.
I love that.
And not doesn't even have to be always about plumbing. It could be about something totally else.
Yeah.
So just, we had a video a couple weeks ago, believe it or not, of the guys cleaning all the snow off the trucks. And that had a lot of engagement
Yeah.
because you can show like a really super cool, fancy water heater that looks like a spaceship. And to me, it looks
Yeah.
awesome. But somebody else would rather look at a dog video and it's nice to your dog. So,
Yeah. Wow. And what about direct mail, lawn signs, door hangers? Do you do any of that?
So we do have lawn signs. We've been using those more and more.
Yeah.
We've gone to community and you see the sign again. It's another name of like brand recognition.
Yeah.
And hey, your neighbor used us and he's confident enough in us to let us put a sign out. Just direct mail. We've done direct mail. We've done different campaigns, online campaigns, DVR campaigns, and everything.
That's great.
We test, see what works. If
Yeah.
it doesn't work, when we try something else,
You pivot.
we pivot.
Yeah. And that's the most important thing about it. Yeah. Is just having that flexibility the willingness to try, but also the flexibility to pivot when it's not working.
And we'll test things out. Like we'll even ask you office, is this better? Is this better? Yeah, we like this one better. And that's the one we'll go with.
Yeah.
And we'll track it. And anything worth testing is worth tracking.
For sure.
And the analytics.
Yeah.
So
It has to be measurable.
it has to be measurable. It has to be scalable too. If it's working, then
sure.
keep doing it. If it's not working, stop.
Yeah, absolutely. What about, we all know the importance of Google reviews, right? What does Force Plumbing do for the initiative of getting the review?
You got to ask for it. Right? So
Yeah.
back in the day, we weren't really asking for it.
Yeah.
The software that we use, it does send out a review request. And you can also ask people, hey, listen, if you do us a favor, if you'd like to give us a 5-star review for a 5-star service,
Yeah.
we'd love to have it. Every once in a while, you just think because you can't make everybody happy.
Just the way
at
it
all
goes.
times.
Yeah.
We used to really like, oh my gosh. And it was always happen when you're on vacation and you have an upset customer and this and that. And
Yeah.
throw a wet blanket over the whole thing. But nowadays it's like, all right, we address it.
Yeah.
Nobody's really having a great day when they have to call the plumber.
Of course.
So they're already having a bad day. We try to de-escalate and we've done it 1,000 times. We can get through this, but we don't freak out about it as much as we used to, because if you have all 5-star reviews, people are going to think they're fake.
Right.
Or you bought them or whatever. So if you see like a bad one every once in a while, all right, I guess this is real life.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. And when I'm reading reviews and I see a negative review, I'm more concerned about how the company responded to that negative review. That's where it really matters. And like you said, you can't make everybody happy. So what matters is what you do with it, right? How you reply to it.
How you respond to it. And most of the time, like people can see through the review, like, all right, this person is reasonable. They're not being reasonable. Nowadays, people are having AI or ChatGPT or whatever write the review for them. And it's, whoa, that's like really, like you can tell like a person didn't write it. So
100%.
we're a little bit smarter than that, but
Yeah. And you know what?
It's what it is.
Yeah. And that's right. And Google does recognize that AI written content and it loses authority. So really, you're not gaining anything by using an AI chatbot to reply to reviews. So the more authentic AI, that's the one thing about it is it's great to create a framework, but it should always have that human touch. So AI is great at giving the outline about something or the structure of a response, but really it has to have that final human touch to it.
We fired AI. We had AI for about a month answering the phones. And
Okay.
it was, you don't want to talk to a robot when your house is being flooded. You don't want to talk to, and even though it sounded like a real person, you could tell after a minute or so that it's not a person.
Okay.
And I think that aspect of it is probably a couple years away, to be honest with you, because the robot has to learn and it has to this and that. And then, but people want that human to human interaction,
Right.
especially we call it a touch point, right? A touch point is when you make the initial call, you're talking to the person, in CSMR, and then you're booking the call all the way through. You want to talk to a human
Right.
instead of hitting prompts when your basement's flooding.
Yeah. So what you do then is you're always 24/7 live answer.
We 24 or late after hours.
Yeah.
If it's an emergency, you hit option 1, then it goes to a live person. So
Oh,
yes.
amazing. Yeah, that's fantastic. Sounds like you have it dialed in. And you're right. We do have some mixed reviews about AI answering, and I have mixed feelings about it myself when I'm calling somewhere. Yesterday, I was calling an office, and it just felt like I was getting put in a loop. So it has to be set up properly. It has to be user friendly. It has to have that sense of if I want to talk to a human, I have that option as well. Because
Yeah.
you're right. Like you said, if there's a flood happening in your house, you don't want to be sitting there pressing 1147 just to get what you need. Sounds like you have that also dialed in and you understand the needs of your clients.
Yeah. We really try to, a lot of times that's your first time using force plumbing heating. That's your first interaction is with a robot that not maybe the best solution to it all.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Just a back step, just a touch. You started out as forced plumbing. And then when did you add in the heating portion of it?
it was
Was
always force plumbing
it
heating.
okay? It's always first plumbing and heating. And do you have any in the future? Are you introducing any new services? Is there anything that
Yeah,
you have
we might switch our name to Force Home Services
love it?
because I would like to not just force plumbing heating. Let's do electric. Let's do pest control. Let's do waterproofing. I'm trying to keep a list of all the things that we tell people we don't do when they call. Sorry, we don't do that. I'm going to write it down. We should do that because to fully serve the people that we work with,
Yeah.
one-stop shop is my ultimate goal.
That's incredible. That is a lot of growth that you're going to see in the next coming years if you have that growth plan for it and you have the resources and the technicians to do it. That's incredible.
Yeah, I'm open for garage doors, anything home related to the point where we go to a house and we're not just looking at the plumbing, we're looking at the age of the siding, we're
Yeah.
looking at the gutters, we're looking at everything, work up a full profile of your home. That way we can give you the best service possible.
Amazing. And what about, is there any new technology around the corner that you want to introduce? Is there anything new on the horizon for you in terms of something you're going to introduce to the clients?
Yeah, absolutely. We again going back to AI because it seems like AI is dominating the
Of course.
conversation. Introducing new technology, you would think plumbing, it's not the most AI advanced stuff,
Sure.
but even now we're putting in stoves that have Wi-Fi in them. We have
Right.
automated home that shuts off your water meter
Okay.
if it determines a flood. Say you're in sunny Florida and on vacation in February and your pipe bursts in your house, it'll notify you, number one, you have a flood in the house. It shuts off your water main.
Yeah.
It's all controlled by your phone. Even water sensors, like this is all like new stuff coming down the line. And
That is amazing.
we're really excited about it.
That's incredible. But you're taking a very traditional industry and adapting to the newest technology and all the things that you need to stay number one on people's mind.
Yeah.
That's amazing. If you were to sit across from yourself, say 17 years ago, pre-forced plumbing and heating, if you were sitting across from someone like yourself, what advice would you give them if they wanted to get into the field and wanted to start their own company? What two pieces of advice would you say were key in getting that started?
That's a really interesting question.
It is, yeah.
It depends on the day. Some days, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't do it. Other
Yeah.
days, this is a fantastic adventure and just keep your head down, keep working, and everything will be okay.
Yeah.
Pause, take a breath, and move forward.
I love that. And what is one of the things you would say if you're going to make this one move, aside from obviously working hard and pushing through the hard days, because that is a common comment from business owners? What did you find was the one key thing you did in the very beginning that really helped propel things forward?
Be honest.
Hey,
So if you're a smaller company and you get offered this huge project, you always want to under promise and over deliver. And so I remember when I first started, I didn't get this job that I thought I was going to get, and actually ended up being a blessing because I no way would be able to do that much work.
okay.
And so know your limits, walk before you run, and really pace yourself because
It's amazing.
we got away from a lot of the commercial work.
Yeah.
We used to do a lot of commercial work, and that was very stressful because it was as pay. We didn't know what as pay was.
Okay.
So you get paid as they get paid. So meanwhile, you're waiting.
Right.
So we
Yeah.
learned to stick with the more residential work
Okay.
and not really do as much commercial.
Yeah, that's fair. So don't bite off more than you can chew. Stay within the realms of your capability so that way you can fulfill all your commitments without falling short.
Because if you're rushing to a job, are you properly servicing that client? No.
Yeah, yeah. That's great pieces of advice for a younger self or somebody, considering getting in the industry. Joe, thank you so much for joining us today. Forest Plumbing and Heating out of Hazlitt, New Jersey. We're super stoked to have you on today, and thank you for sharing your experience.
Thank you so much.